is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from the bank. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Lamar off the play fake. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Wow, wide open here. Complete. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, Britton Covey. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
The biggest mistake he can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, a run with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Pickup of 2 here. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down throwing for Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Lamar back to throw. Caught by Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Now Jackson off the play action. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Play action now with Jackson. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Play action. Here's Jackson. The lateral goes haywire. Fumble. And the Eagles get to it. He's at midfield. The 30. Into the red zone. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Looking for his wide receiver there. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Toss play to Barkley. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Now Hurts. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And they can go ahead and stay in that. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Works his way to the 35. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flush down now to his left. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Jackson's throwing for it. And he's got it. Great call there on the 2-point attempt, and that puts him up 15's in. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
So hopefully he's able to find the landing zone next time. His first kickoff gives him some great field position here. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the pistol, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He's got Devontae Smith. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Headed out right. Now he takes it. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles trim the lead down to 9. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles get it back to within 1 score. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. Wide open, downfield, got it! It's a Baltimore touchdown! The Ravens lead by 14. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens lead by 15 now. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Hurts now from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running right, it's Barkley. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He has it at the 5. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Well, we saw him absorb that big hit, and it's as we feared. He's in some pain. Enough that the medical staff gonna go out there to check on him. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hurts to throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Hurts throwing again. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
There's no question this group wanted to be aggressive in the red zone. Back-to-back passing plays, but an incompletion and now a sack means they've done nothing but go backwards. Time to find a little better protection and much, much better results.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Traps, screens, draws, you need the element of surprise. The problem is, this defense was all over that draw. You couldn't fool them, even if you wanted to.
Hurts now on 4th. And the defender comes away with it. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. He's on the move. Down the run. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. They just get the play off. Getting out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Our apologies to the halftime performers and anyone hoping for a quick snack break. Nope, not this time. We're pushing right through and getting the third quarter started. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. First and 10 from the 41. Hurts setting up to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. So it's second down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. He's contained at the line for no gain. Justin Matabike making that stop. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they're going to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They're going for this. He fires one deep down the middle. This is brought in at the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles get it back to within 1 score.
Eagles 14.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And as we're... They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. He beams one deep right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that'll bring up second down. They go play fake with Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. Down the run. It's complete. Oh, my. They left it wide open downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens lead by 15 now. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He throws a bullet to the center. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
First down throwing for Hurts. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
On the move, headed right. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Throwing here, Hurts. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down, here's Lamar. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Now Jackson off the play action. Chased out to his right. On the move, looking deep. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down. Well, great work by the defense there, Brock. Coverage keeping things tight downfield even as he extended the play, and as a result, they pick up the INT.
And the eyes were bigger than the stomach on that throw. It was as if he was committed to it right when he left the pocket. But if nothing opens up, you're going to pay for trying to make a throw that simply isn't there. You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. He's going to push one deep down the right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Escapes out to the left. He can run it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Brought in close to the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that gives them first and goal. Barkley. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. I'll try again with Barkley. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to within one score.
Eagles 21.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens send Zay Flowers ready for another look on offense. And they're coming off a third interception thrown, Brock. That last one costing them what looked to be a very good drive.
Yeah, I could put this offense, frankly, at a breaking point when it comes to this passing game. The turnovers have just been a consistent problem. And that last one really stings because it kept points off the board. That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Jackson now on third. He has the first over the middle. At the 20. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lead by 14. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Ravens gonna give it another go, trying for 2. Keeping it on the ground. And he's into the end zone. The call pays off. They lead by 16 now. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
Well, I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like, if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure, and if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. So a quality return, but you're going to have to wipe away some of it as they get caught for holding along the way. 1st and 10 from the 41. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Now Hurts. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Barkley. Spinning his way to the end zone. Touchdown. The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play fake, Jackson. Escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off, Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession. First and 10 from the 41. Hurts now from the gun. Able to find Dotson here. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when it
intercepted in the end zone! Brandon Stevens has it! And the Ravens have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Offense. Drive, first and 10. Backed up in the end zone, Jackson. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And now they face second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Oh, and the ball is out in the end zone. Well, props for the recovery, but before he can escape the end zone, he's hauled down. That's a safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too, because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck, but cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First and 10, here's Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now from the gun. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And it's dropped. That was the play they needed late in this one, but he couldn't hang on. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Hurts throwing again. Flush down now to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
They go with Barkley here. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, second and goal. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Makes the score Eagles 38, Ravens 37. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're out and set, first and 10. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. Throwing on the run, deep down that left. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. They're set up at the 35 now. Trying down the middle with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to throw. Finding Flowers. It's inside the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens jump in front late. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2.
The Ravens will line up for
Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. Well, what's the old saying, partner? You can't win them all. Third go and a two-point conversion in this game, and that's only the first time they did not end up in the end zone.
I know we're seeing a boom in this aggressiveness in analytics, but I will tell you, Kate, there's only so many plays. I mean, I guess you're going to see more coordinators and coaches spend off seasons adding more and more and more plays, but you only get so many reps during practice, and I am curious how many more two-point shots they've got on that script.
Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They go to Barkley again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here he is to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. This is for the ball game. And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Hardy on. And there it is. He just kept choosing to go backward, partner. And now he's all the way in his own end zone for a safety. Cannot believe it. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you